Hey everyone, got another epic landing challenge here. Here we are flying towards Toronto for a landing at the Billy Bishop Airport. Now this is another one of Microsoft's built-in landing challenges and it is extremely difficult. So we're going to do a best of 3 here and let's see how we do. Let's get it started. Okay, so here we are with attempt number 1. We are on approach to the Billy Bishop Airport, right outside of Toronto. Now, I actually have no idea where this airport is. I'm just literally working off the graphic that they provided before I started my flight here. And when you press the trigger button, it actually points you towards the airport. So I know the airport somewhere is in that sun glare over there. But we'll go ahead and find it. I'll just, even if my first landing's crappy, I'll learn from that. So we'll start to bear to the left up here. Follow the course that it provided on the map, which basically said you want to just do a gentle turn to the left to cross over this lake here, and then for a touchdown at the runway. Now that sun glare is something wicked, and that's going to make it almost impossible to see the actual location of the runway. But it should be, it's somewhere straight ahead. So we've got our gear down, flaps at 10%. And we'll go ahead and continue straight. There's Toronto to the right of us. Right up to the right there is the famous CN Tower. I think I can see the runway now. It looks like the runway is actually bared off to the right. Yep, there it is. I am way out of position. I'm actually going to go ahead and scrub this one and just go ahead and land on that shorter runway there because I am so out of position. And I'm going a little bit too fast. Let's go ahead and see. We'll try it anyway. Why not? Ooh. Yeesh. Ooh, bounce. And I'm going to go off the runway, bounce. And we overshot the landing target. So yeah, this one was not so good. We'll go ahead and come to a stop here. That was a really rough landing because I did not know at all where I was going. Surprisingly, that's a pretty good score. 173,584. So let's go ahead and try this again. I think we can do a little better. The Billy Bishop Airport. So there's the flight path they tell us to take, which brings us right into that sun glare, which is why they make this one of their epic landing challenges. The sun glare is just really bad. Okay, so we are ready to fly. Let's try this again. Attempt number 2. Somebody must have said when they made this scenario, we'll just put the sun right there at that exact time to make it all that much more fun for the people during this epic landing challenge. Otherwise, that would not be this difficult. But the sun glare is just, you can't see anything until you're really close. So we're going to continue on our approach here. Go ahead, come out over this little inlet here, and we'll try and take a different angle to this runway. Maybe we can get a better view of it in advance. So we're getting pretty close to stall speeds here. I'm going to have to go ahead and speed it up. I cannot see the runway at all still. Might actually switch to this view for a minute here. And we may actually leave it on this view. This view is actually a lot better. So I'm just, again, watching my engine speed, my airspeed. Right now I'm at fullish throttle. Just trying to keep my speed in the 70s, 80s range. But it's hard because I'm afraid I'm going to stall out. Ah, there's the runway. And I am way off again. So, as you can see, we don't see the runway until we're really close to it. So we'll have to compensate last minute for that if I don't get a better lineup on the next time. And here we go. We're actually coming in pretty straight here. Go ahead and kill the engines. Keep us right at stall speed. And for a nice soft touchdown. No bounces. I should be more in the center of the runway here. The score is probably not going to be as good. And we'll stop. Yeah, I figured. Well, I landed better, but my score was lower that time. So we'll give this one more shot here. See if we can get a better approach and a better landing, cleaner landing. This one's actually more difficult than the Aspen one that I was flying. Because that sun glare is just, it's something wicked. Alright, so we are ready to fly. When you land on a runway, you always want to try and land dead center in the runway. You'll get the most points because they judge you on precision, accuracy, distance traveled when you land on the ground. And my issue with this one is I have not been able to see the runway. So every time I land, I'm landing crooked or not dead center. Then I drift, and then I have to compensate. So that's what's killing my score. On the positive note, I haven't crashed, so that's a good thing. Let's see how we do on this one. So we're continuing on our approach here. We'll go ahead and put the gear down and check our flaps. Trying to follow that exact pattern that they suggest, where you fly over this inlet and then just make that gentle banking turn. I think I can actually see the runway now. Yes, there it is. So I should be able to get a better lineup on this time. The runway is just slightly to the left of center of the window. And we've got a much better approach this time. We're pretty much lined up with the runway. Let's try not to overshoot it here. The water detail in this game is just amazing. If you watched my Bermuda Triangle video, you'll see it too. So, coming in for our final approach, we are coming in at 85 knots and bouncing all over the place. And we are ready, almost at to touch down here. Trying to keep it centered and get a nice better landing on this runway. And oh, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Oh, well, that just killed my score. Well, we attempted 3 chances here and survived all of them, but my best attempt was definitely shot number 1. So there's a score of 139,520. So our best score was definitely attempt number 1. Well, thank you everyone for watching this video and my poor attempts at landing at the Billy Bishop Airport outside of Toronto. Please click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll have some new stuff coming soon. Thanks.